Aloha worlds, and welcome to another episode of The Queer and the Queen. I'm Jacoby, act like your motherfucking know me Jones, and today I have on the show with me once again Miss Nice Nasty and the beautiful Ms.Tilly here with me. It's so nice to see you guys again. So before we get started in this video, please drop down in the description box, like, ding on those notifications so you know when we post more videos, and click the subscribe button. So today we're going to talk about two trending hot topics. First topic, Miss Kelly Price. Kelly Price has been missing in action now for months and months and months and on end. Her family has been reporting her, well, sister, not her whole family, reported her missing, and they went to the house, they couldn't find her, and then boom, Kelly shows up on TMZ telling us that she is fine, recovering from COVID. Now, the question I'm wondering what y'all think is, was her family out of line for the way that they handled it? Or did this make sense?
Well, the thing is, they said that they lost her. That's the part that I was like, hold up. How did y'all lose her? Girl, just turn around. She might be under the damn covers or some shit.
Wait, they lost her as in her heart stopped and she died. That's what she meant.
Yes, she passed away and they brought her back to life.
I would bust my fan out, honey. It's because she passed away. So, yes, honey, swallow whatever. Put your foot in your mouth, child. Look.
My bad, Kelly girl. My bad.
But no, seriously though, do you guys think that the family, do you think her sister was out of line for like going, you know what I mean? But I only asked because Kelly stated in this TMZ interview that they're not close. We don't talk on a regular basis anyway. So, and then now, she all over on TMZ.
Let me tell you what, honey. The government is on PPP fraud, so people don't have a come up with that. It's COVID times, people ain't working, so everyone is looking for the next come up, and that's what she did, in my opinion. She looked for the come up, the 50 million of fame, made her a quick buck, and basically sabotage her relationship with her sister. They're already not close, but baby, listen, okay? They are now oceans and continents apart.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. What would you have done if you were Kelly? What would you have addressed it? I would have addressed it immediately. The only reason I would have addressed it immediately if I was Kelly, because of my fans, not even the family. You know what I mean? Like, I understand not being close family, but your fans get to being worried about you. I mean, Miss Tilly, you're a prime example. We unfortunately have horrible news that Miss Tilly lost her TikTok, right?
Yes.
And we're working on getting it back for her, right?
Devastating, yes.
But her fans woke up the next morning and it's like shell shock. You know what I mean? I actually had one of your fans message me on Instagram and was like, I don't see him on TikTok no more. And I'm just like, I know, girl.
So I'll tell you what, okay? Being that her income is fan based, I could see why it makes sense to make a report to the fans to give a press a statement or whatever the case may be.
Right.
I will say though, when I watched the video, I felt so sad for her that she was still not fully recovered and she had to come out and give a statement. She was trying to balance her respirations and words giving that interview or making that statement, which I believe was so unfair to put her in that position. We should have given her time, and not we, I will say the sister, whomever, should have just given her that time to say, you know what, when you are well, you tell your story. Like what the brat said, when she's ready, she will give a statement. That's my friend. And when she's ready to talk about her business, she gonna tell us.
In all respect of like Kelly Price needing her time, losing your voice, I've said it before, is like losing a limb. So she's in mourning of her voice, trying to get like her respiratory back together. So it just sucks. What would you have done?
I agree, girl. She should have took just some time. Have somebody put out a statement. Have someone put out a statement.
She did. Girl. Did she not have her lawyer?
Her attorney did.
And no one believed her.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, no one believed her.
Yeah, the attorney did, but no one believed the attorney. People wanted to see evidence of life. And evidence of life is Kelly Price video speaking, and she did that. So
yeah. And it's because the sister made such a hoopla out of it. You're right. They wanted to see evidence. Like even it's kind of just so oddly disrespectful though, to force her, because we kind of did. Even like, I mean, me and you had key conversations about it, Miss Nice Nasty. And,
Yes.
you know, we was just like, no, that husband done did something or something done happened. And really, it was just us being eager for an answer instead of really thinking like, damn, we should give her space.
Well, no. So I will tell you what, when I first heard that she was missing, immediately I was worried. Like, who the heck is going to kidnap Kelly Price? Then I thought, oh, she had COVID. She had post-COVID psychosis and went missing. Like, you know, and wandered off somewhere. Why are we just knowing now that she's missing? She is like a goddess, right? She is a
goddess. She's a musical goddess.
So who would kidnap her? Where would she, you know, so honey, then I thought when the attorney made this statement, I said, okay, her boyfriend is being controlling. He's not allowing her to speak to her family. So honey, my mind was all over the place.
I know, you know what? I know Miss Tilly's sitting there laughing because all he thinking whenever you say who gonna kidnap, he thinking her big ass. That's what I can see it in your face, Miss Tilly. I can see it in your face. You keep thinking who
I'm sorry.
Speaking of stuff that's not funny, R. Kelly was convicted and not pled guilty, but found guilty of racketeering, you know, kiddie porn, child and data, sex trafficking, all these things. In the midst of that happening a few days ago, Azarelle Clary, I believe is how you pronounce her name, once had an interview with him and Gayle King in the past, stating, you know, she was on love, they had this great relationship, and now she was the key factor to get him convicted. She stood on trial before him once she got out of the relationship because he went to jail. I guess it cleared her head up, and she's like, could see clearly now. Now, what I wonder is she doing this for clout, or is she doing this because she really wants to be healed? Because at the end of the day, what I thought about this, right? He was already in jail. He was already gonna go to jail. Now he had a trial. Now all of a sudden she wants to you know, testify against him and go into graphic detail. And now I'm not saying that I don't believe that she had trauma, and I don't think that, you know, but I think that, you know, her experience was horrible and she was manipulated and all those things. But I do have this feeling that she's doing this now because she mad that the money ran out, that, you know, he's in jail, so now he can't take care of her no more, because she was there to the end. She was there until the day he got
until her
arrested.
and Jocelyn got into that fight in the penthouse. They got into that fight in the penthouse while, you know, they were getting, you know, she was trying to get her stuff out and her and Jocelyn were fighting and blah, blah, blah. Anyway.
It could be that she's doing it just to make sure he's in there, like, for life or whatever. And, you know, she's nailing the last nail on the coffin. But nowadays, people do everything for a lot of clout, including me. And she's probably just trying to make sure she get her name out there so she can get some court. Just like, what's her name? Kelly's sister, Kelly Price.
Right.
Just trying to get their name out there, girl. When your name is out there and people are talking about you, that's when the money come in. Or opportunities. So,
right.
But, you know, what she said is, you know, the truth. You know, her truth.
You know, I saw the interview.
Lock him away.
She was in an interview with Gayle King. There were pieces the other day, and I think a full interview came out today. And she was very poised. She was very honest. I really did believe everything she was saying. But I also kept thinking, why are you doing this now? Now, it could be because she wants to, you know, showcase, and hopefully another young woman will wake up and see what they need to see before they get into the space that she was in. Or it could be that the money that ran out and she wants some, you know, social media attention and recognition to gain an income.
So I follow her on Instagram, right? And I don't believe I know she does like showcase of singing, and then she does like some like small business stuff that I think she's making things to like selling things like that. I don't fully know what she's selling exactly, but I think I remember seeing something along those lines, that she's trying to be a businesswoman and create her own products and things like that, right? The Gayle King interview, I don't know if they asked her to do the interview or she contacted them to do the interview. Either way, I don't see anything wrong with her doing the interview, because it shows people what someone under the spell and influence of a predator could do and say on that initial interview, to when now she has the free will to speak openly and be honest without fear of being beaten and treated like crap, basically.
Right.
And like she said, when Gayle said, how did you react at the end of the interview? when you guys got home, and she said, oh, he was happy. He was very, very ecstatic because they did a great job.
I really do think that she's woke now. You know what I mean? She realizes that I was manipulated and brainwashed, and she kind of broke that down, her thoughts and cues on it. Yeah. Akon recently came out and said that R. Kelly deserves a chance at redemption. Do you agree with that? And what does redemption look like, you think, for him?
Why would he even redemption? What the redemption for the girls that he fucked up mentally, physically? Redemption for them. Redemption for Robert, girl. Put him away and throw away the girl. Don't throw away the key. Melt the motherfucker.
No, I agree. I agree. Like, at this point, that monster is ingrained in him, and you know everyone deserves the redemption in the sense of in the eyes of the universe and the Lord and Buddha and Allah. But as far as the government and us walking around in this country, he deserves to be in a prison cell for the rest of his life, as far as I'm concerned. What do you think, though?
Absolutely.
Christine?
So for me, I do believe that the horrific things that Kelly has done, or Robert Kelly has done, I think is beyond his, I don't see where redemption is going to come into play. I'm wondering, was Akon asked about R. Kelly, or did he voluntarily make a post about R. Kelly deserves redemption?
He was asked. It was TMZ, or like, it was either like OK or you Today, one of these blog tabloids caught him somewhere and was like, hey, what do you think of R. Kelly? And he's been found guilty, and he was just like, I think everybody deserves a chance at redemption. He said some other stuff, is how he did think that what R. Kelly did was terrible, and he's and all that, but he thinks he still deserves a chance at redemption.
And this is the thing, Ms.Tilly, I know you're not a religious person, right? That you're atheist, correct? Mm-hmm. So people that are practicing Christians or Baptists or whatever, that are strong in their faith, they do believe in forgiveness, right? That Jesus died on the cross for our sins, and that we should not be quick to judge or be quick to not forgive because God has forgiven us, right? So I could see where some Christians, if Akon is a Christian and that's his belief, is that he deserves redemption. You know what I mean? I could see and respect his point of view on that. For me, I am a spiritual person. I'm not religiously affiliated with anyone. For myself, honey, I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. I'm not Mary. I'm not Joseph. So I don't have to forgive you, and I don't have to give you a second chance. That's their job. Okay. That's the reason why God is God and Jesus is Jesus. But that's not me, right? So for me, if he had to come up for parole, I would deny it every single time.
I'm just thinking like redemption for something that he continuously did. Like to multiple women. Why would he get redemption for that? Fuck that. What these mothers and fathers need to do is teach their children how to be a good human being. You don't go around raping and molesting and drugging and no, girl, There
was an interview I saw earlier that R. Kelly did so many years ago, and he talked about his attraction to his mother at 9 years old. And usually 4 to 6 years old. Yes, his mom. So R. Kelly gave an interview, and he made the statement that he was 9 years old, and he had like a crazy infatuation with his mother. He wanted to marry her. And he made a point that whenever he would drink from her cup, he would turn the cup to where her cheap lipstick, and he said the word cheap lipstick, okay, would be the lips where he would touch her lips on the cup as well. So from 4 to 6 years old, this is a normal thing for 4 to 6 year old boys and girls to be not attracted in a sexual way, but want to marry the opposite sex parent. My son asked me to marry him when he was younger, about 4 or 5 years old. And I explained, mommy's married to dad, so that doesn't happen. But at 9 years old, to still have that thought and to have that feeling and to intentionally place your lips where your mom's lips are, it gave me a creepy kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Like I felt very unsettled listening to that. So I believe that he had issues with women from way back when.
And so he was, I heard in a documentary, he was molested by an older woman when he was younger, like that, around that age.
Yeah.
So this transferred into him wanting to abuse other women because of the abuse that he grew up with. So that kind of makes sense in a psychological kind of way. So that was Akon's 2 cents, right? He needs redemption. Speaking of cents, though, right? 50 Cent just came out reportedly saying that he wants to do a romantic comedy with Nicki Minaj because she's tough. She's a tough bitch or something like that, he said. And he thinks that they come from the same hood, and he thinks that they could make a good romantic comedy together. Now, we talked about Nicki and her issues. And we've talked about 50 and privately before. What do you guys think? Do you think a good romantic comedy could come from 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj together? Because 50 Cent's big on television. He got like 3 shows.
Which I was going to say, as far as producing a show or whatever he does, he's behind the scenes. Because does he act in the show? I've never really watched his TV shows.
I don't think he's been on his own.
He probably made
shows.
Like cameos, maybe. I don't know. I have never watched any of his shows.
But he's not the star of those shows.
No.
Well, I got to tell you, Get Rich and Die Trying was an awesome movie. I thought he did great. So he is a good actor. But
I agree.
Nicki, I love you, girl. Nicki's not a great actor. She's not a good actor.
Nah.
She's theatric and stuff, but as far as like conveying the emotion in the character, I love you, girl. But Nicki, no, Tina Fey, no.
Yeah.
That ain't for me.
I think Kim Kardashian would be better at a romantic comedy with 50 Cent than Nicki Minaj.
Kim
Kardashian, I would think, would be a better romantic comedy person.
I actually agree.
I don't see.
Have you seen Kim act?
No, I have not. But I heard her voice for the new Disney movie that just came out the other day. She did a phenomenal job on that. Like, I was amazed. I didn't physically see her, but honey, the animation, she did a great job.
You know, I will say though that I agree that Nicki Minaj
on her show anyway. Sorry, Jacobi.
No. Nicki Minaj does. She ain't been a good actress in anything that I've seen her in so far. But all that takes is practice. I mean, you could learn how to it just takes practice. Now, what I will say is that I don't think that physically, and this is just me being a little judgmental, but she doesn't have a realistic body. She's not a realistic person, and you go like she's. I don't know.
Nowadays,
if they made a futuristic movie and she was like a Build-A-Barbie or something like that, she'd be good for that character because of the way she's shaped. But like if she wants to be like some serious actress, like I don't see it.
So as far as Kim, I love Kim, obsessed with Kim, but Kim was in this movie called Disaster Movie, and girl, the acting was just not there. Her sex tape, I watched the sex tape many times. That not that her acting is not there. It's just
wait. You're not gonna just blow past that.
Why did you watch it so
many times?
Did you watch it for Ray J or for her?
What was the?
Oh, for Ray J, for sure.
Oh, I was about to say you watch it for Ray J. You watch it for Ray J. I can't. I don't like crooked dicks that much. I couldn't get into it. Ray J curved to the right. My booty don't do that. So I was just like, I can't. He
gonna have to be like upside down, swinging on the chandelier.
I mean, I do like being swung around. I like a little do-si-do, but I don't know about crooked dicks.
Submissive bottom. But no, I wouldn't be interested to BH.
I don't think I'd be interested either. 50 Cent did a great movie when he had cancer. He had cancer in that movie. He did great in that.
I never saw that. I saw
pictures
of him, his transformation.
Great. That was great. He did a phenomenal job in that movie. I loved him in that movie. It was great. Saying 50 Cent to do a comedy and Nicki Minaj is like me thinking that Denzel would do a comedy. You know what I mean? Like there's just a certain area that people belong in, or they're like, I wouldn't say belong, like they can't do anything more, but I would.
They're lame.
But that's the thing. Yeah,
that's your specialty. Yeah, that's your specialty.
I think 50 Cent's a good actor. I just don't think Nicki Minaj is a woman. But it depends on the comedy he's trying to go for. Because what I will say about 50 Cent's work is he definitely has a target audience. He targets people in the hood who want to spend their paychecks on Jordans and not get out the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? That's why he does these crime shows and he shows about drug dealing. And, he has this whole, I haven't really seen him, a romantic comedy for him, but he wants a woman. He wants her to play it because she's tough. Clearly, it's going to be a drug lord romantic comedy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he has his lane or his target audience of people. And I'm just not a part of that audience. So, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm going to say this, okay? If Nicki Minaj get the role, they cannot confuse bring your husband to work day and bring your kids to work day at the same day, because
hey, oh my God. I'm just saying, you're right though. You're right.
Whoever his assistant is, honey,
keep the kids.
They better make sure they get those days together the right day.
And we gonna leave that in.
Okay, and on that note, you guys, this has been a great episode. One day soon, the three of us will be together in the same space recording in a studio audience.
Yes.
Before we get out of here, you guys, make sure you drop down in the description box, send some comments, ding on the notifications, subscribe so you know when we post more videos. Follow us on all social media platforms. And as we always say, don't forget to smile.